Hi there, it's Darlene. I hope you're doing well. Tonight I'm going to be showing you some new developments in the entire Infinity system. They've completely reworked the entire concept, and it's not beginner friendly anymore, but I'm going to show you how this has all changed. Again, if anybody appreciates this or if it's benefited you in any way at all, just buy me a cup of coffee. The donation link is in the description and at the top of the comments, and I would appreciate any bit because every dollar counts. Also, please like and maybe subscribe to this channel because every little bit will push this channel up in the rankings so that people will see it before they see well, not before, but at least along with Jono Armstrong's advertising that he's pushing all kinds on this program. So, how has this changed from the beginning? Well, let's just take a listen to what was originally promised, to use that as a starting point.
Now, stop press, okay? Don't worry, this has nothing to do with trading or learning to trade. I'm not going to try and sell you a bunch of alerts or signals either, and no, you don't need any investment capital of your own. Now, like most people, I don't like hard work. I don't like learning new skills or taking risks. I've always preferred using experts to make me money instead. Now, just hear me out so that you understand how this works for everyday people who have zero tech or trading skills, just like myself, or maybe just like yourself.
So here, notice that he's talking about like no training needed, totally beginner friendly, anybody can do it, you don't need to put any work in whatsoever, etc., etc. Well, how has that all changed? Well, now he's giving people a choice of prop firms. So in my previous video, I was betting that he would put everybody with next step funding. Well, apparently he's actually gotten semi-honest now and has stepped away from that model because obviously it didn't work with RFP, and we saw how disastrous that was. So now he's giving you a choice of prop firms. And frankly, they're good prop firms. Let's have a look. Inventive Funding. Haven't used them myself, but they've got a great name in the industry, and I've never heard any bad reviews of them. They're very well known. TFF. I've got friends that are using this firm, get regular payouts, no issues whatsoever. E8. I've used this prop firm before. I got regular payouts, good prop firm. They're probably about third or fourth biggest prop firm out there. Top Tier, another very well-known one. I've never heard a bad thing about them. You know, and if there were bad things out there, I would have heard about it, trust me. My Forex funds, well, obviously MFF and FTMO are leaders in this industry, totally safe. And FTMO, they are the industry standard, is like they're at the top of the pack. Excellent prop firm. All good, yep. So, what are they up to? That was my first question anyways. So, first, everything was going to be done for you. Expert traders, somebody that was going to, install the EA for you, and everything was just going to roll along and you wouldn't have to touch it, which is why they were targeting the age groups that they did. And the lack of knowledge people that they did. It's like, you don't have to have any knowledge. You don't have to have any training. We will look after all that for you. So what has changed now? So here's what's changed. Now they've given this out to everybody that's in the Infinity system. And here's what you're expected to do now. How to install the Infinity bot. Okay. How to set up the strategy tester. Oh my God. If you remember back to Jono's videos, and I'm not going to go back and dig this out again. I've listened to that damn thing so many times. I'm sorry. I'm exhausted. Anyways, and he's saying that someone else will, that there was like 20 back testers in this system and 20 other ones that Jonas had elsewhere. I know where that's from. So 40 back testers doing this all for you. And that's also that's what strategy tester is all about. It's back testing. It's just the MT5 name for it. MT4 it's called back testing. In MT5 it's called strategy testing. Now this is not a beginner level piece of work to do. This is intermediate. Like if we were to go from a scale of 0 to 100, where 0 is no knowledge, which is how this was being marketed to everybody, to 100 being like superiorly, like wicked knowledgeable person. Backtesting and strategy, backtesting / strategy testing would be at around about a 50. Excuse me. Now they're expecting you to do your own backtesting? That's insane. And then they go on to, and you can see the symbols list navigator, and something else has gone missing. How do I get back? My symbols list. Yeah. How do I open the bot settings? How do I delete bot from the chart? So now then they go back to the beginner stuff, which is still not raw beginner. It's, you've got to, this is not set and forget. This is not done for you. This is something you all need to learn to be able to work this program. So there's a ton of stuff you got to learn. And this is normal for anybody that's going to be into using an EA. This is stuff you do have to know. And now they're teaching it to you. But they sold it as, hey, no training involved. That's not what we're selling. We are selling this complete set and forget system. Right. Then why does it take all of this training? I mean, there's pages and pages of it there. Now, when you look at the demographics that Jono was purposefully targeting, 3 out of the 5 are people over 50. Why would you target these people? Like here, 80 plus, 60 to 80, 50 to 60, 3 of them. Now, all of the rest of the age groupings below this only get 2 shots. People over 50, they get 3. Why is that? Well, it's because these people have large nest eggs, usually. Not obviously, or else me at 56 would have one and I don't. But generally speaking, these are the people that have worked all of their lives, have savings, have amounts saved up in their pension plans, and they've got some money out there. So why not hit them for marketing big time, right? Except that he was selling this as needing no training. And if you're one of these people, do you think you could make it through all that training that he just loaded off on people? Now, the second 2 groups, 30 to 60, in your prime, working long hours, do this to get more. Great. 20 to 30, the same thing. But notice that huge difference, 20 up to 60. That's a 40-year age range. And for the other 3, he devoted a lot of time to that, didn't he? In my books, that is elder abuse. And that is that's the same as telephone scammers that go out and trap elderly people into pissing away their savings. It's no better than that. So when we go back to all of this that you are now expected to know in order to get through this program. How many people do you think are going to be able to do all this stuff? And that's the big problem. They roped people into this with the promises of you don't have to know anything. And this is not a training course that we're giving you. This is a complete set and forget system. Yeah, right. But here's what actually has to be known. Now, if you were 80 plus, would you want to learn all of this? Would you be able to? If you're 70 plus, 60 plus, maybe the 50s would. I'm in the 50s. But still, not so much. Younger ones, yeah, maybe. Sure. Only if you wanted to, though. But if you're being sold a system that's set and forget, no knowledge required, no training knowledge required, or trading knowledge rather, required, why would you expect to have to learn all of this? Yet, to make this actually work, now they're putting out training. This is what they should have done from the get-go. If this is what this is what all this was about. It should have been sold honestly, because frankly, this isn't that bad a training. But they deceived everybody by putting it out as set and forget, or just let us do it all for you, no knowledge needed. Now it's a training course that you got to learn. If you don't know it, you are screwed, because everybody that sells an EA and a bot will tell you that this is, you just need to slap it on a chart, it's set and forget, and it'll work. They are all liars. I've been through several systems like that and got completely messed over. And I can tell you that no EA is set and forget. And if you don't know how the market works, how it moves, if you don't know what a pip is, if you don't know what a lot size is, if you don't know what a martingale EA is, which this is, and so many other things, how can you expect to survive this or to potentially gain money from this? Is this even a possibility? Well, I can show you here, because this person has a 200K account. Of course, everybody's been shoved into a 200K account now. So that means that on a daily basis, you are allowed to lose up to $10,000. Sorry, I was just doing the math there. $10,000. Now, obviously, their max drawdown is around about $3,500 for a daily basis. And over the course of time, you can only lose 10%, which would be 20K. Well, this person is reliably losing from $2,000 to $3,600 per day, and look how this progresses. Just keeps getting worse and worse until they're now $3,000 away from blowing their account entirely. This is what happens when you throw an EA on a chart with somebody else's settings and you know nothing about it. This is what's going to happen to you if you don't now buckle down and take their training and apply it. And as I said, some of it's basic training, but a large amount of it is high intermediate level stuff. Can you do that? Is that what you were buying into? I think not. So as I say, like and subscribe to this channel. My contact is in the description. Should you need any help, please feel free to contact me. If you've got any information, please contact me. I'm here to help, really. I do appreciate a cup of coffee every now and again, which I rarely get, but that's okay. I believe in the concept of paying it forward. So, There will never be any advertising in this series, ever. I am not trying to sell you anything. I'm just trying to give you a heads up. So you have a great day, great evening, wherever. Darlene out.